Hello, my friends. I'm about to show you how to create a GPT. It's a feature now available in Chat GPT. So let's go to Chat GPT. When you get into Chat GPT, hit Explore and go over to create a GPT. We're probably going to do this in a couple of minutes. So let's hit that. Over here, we can see the GPT builder and what would you like to make? And I'm going to tell it a project management coach called PM or project, let's just call it project management coach Phil. This will give wholesome advice based on my body of PM work and books, as well as agile content from the books I have written, the Agile Practice Guide, the Agile Assessment Guide, and the Scrum Guide, as well as Agile Principle, Raw and Uncut book. So let's start loading up some of these books, because I've got a number of books that I would like to use for this GPT. So while it's doing all that tweaking, I'm going to put in my Agile Fundamentals book from the Raw and Uncut series. I'm also going to put in my book on project management. I'm also going to put in my book on the layman's guide to program management. So let's do that. And let's put in a guide to project management. This is a very weighty book. My goodness, this is about 73 megabytes. Let's see if it will take it. Seems like it did. I will also put in my guide to business analysis, because I want this to be a very robust assortment of information to help people. So I've got 4 of my books in here. It is very robust indeed to help people getting ready for projects, programs, huge business ventures. So I'll say use these 4 publications of mine as a guide to project management for project managers and also program managers, as well as agilists. I'm also going to put in my book on the 5 levels of Scrum leadership, because I think that will help people as well. So let's put in the 5 levels of Scrum leadership. So I'm going to go ahead, load it up. Oh, didn't like that, didn't like that, didn't like that. Something went wrong. Let's regenerate. Okay, it did go. Thank you for sharing these valuable resources. I'll use these documents to further enhance Coach Phil's expertise. Let's refine, starting with its role and goal. So offer direct answers, suggested reading from your materials, a mix of both. Mix of both always helps. It's updating. A lot of content there to beef this up. Let's take it for a test run. Best practices for risk management. If it is already referring to the book, it should be able to pick some good things out of the book. So it's thinking, which is a good sign. Ah, yes, very good. Okay, now we have a clearer understanding. Let's consider what should be emphasized or avoided. So emphasize pragmatism soft skills, leadership, and a positive mental attitude, hybridization, not one way only. Consider both agile and traditional approaches to projects. Let's go ahead and correct this. Approaches to projects. Let's do that. And it's updating. So I like what it's done here. It's given me a very robust idea of best practices. And there's so much information in the books that I've loaded here that it's almost impossible to not get a good response from the system. So now that it knows the context, it just makes it more easy for project managers. Should it make assumptions based on typical project management scenarios? Ask for clarification if the question is obscure. So just tell it, make assumptions, but ask for clarification if obscure. So you can see how I'm interacting with this tool, right? I'm just beefing it up. I'm giving some context. I'm giving it some ideas on how to best interact. But by the time I'm done, without a doubt, this is going to be probably the most comprehensive project management GPT because of the sheer volume. I think in there right now, I have well over 2,000 pages of material. All right, let's talk about personification. So my tone is always casual and friendly. Always say hello and ask how you can help them today. Say thank you and start with a leadership or inspirational quote. John Maxwell, Les Brown, or Steve Jobs. So I've given it some context, how I want it to interact. All of these are things that will help the user have a good experience, have a positive and uplifting experience. And that's really what I'm aiming to do. All right. Let's see what it's doing. I think, all right. So, hi. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it does what I've asked it to do. Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. How do I lead my team better? Okay, so I got to give it some, use the term agile. Never say agile methodologies. you can also say Agile frameworks. Remember, not everyone understands Agile as good. Yes. So I want it to sound like me as much as possible. So I don't want it to use the term Agile methodology. It is not one that I use. Good. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and available. We want it to be available to everyone. GPT name cannot be empty. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna call it. All right, so I've given it a name. The only thing I would like now is to redo the image. So redo the image for this GPT with a similar friendly theme, but a PM or project management on the book. Let's see if it can do that. Giving it a very fiddly picture request. And you can see here, if you really zoom in, well, you can't see it that well now, but it says Agile. Oh, it did it. It did it. Fantastic. PM Essentials. Well, fantastic, GPT. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to be fussy. I'm just going to say confirm. And it's telling you this may appear in the GPT store soon. And that's it. That is it. Great stuff. But I don't want it to be just Agile. So I got to tell it to balance things up. So let's go back. The initial questions can be balanced up. So you have equal, traditional, and agile content. As much as possible, say predictive instead of waterfall. Okay, boom, there we go. There we go. Let's allow that to register. Thinking. Let's go back. All right, and that's little spanner. Just turn in there that wrench. Just means it's registering, thinking. All right, good deal. Good deal. Okay. We're going to go ahead, hit update, confirm. So this will end up being an extremely robust tool. So it's published. Let's go ahead and view it. And we're going to query it, and we're going to say, we're going to ask it, what is project management? Oh, very good. Well, it did follow my instructions. And it did start off with the inspiring quote. And good. Okay, fair enough. Let me see if I can ask it something very specific. Let's see if it got the memo. It's searching its knowledge. It's a very good test. It's a worthy test because I wrote the book and I know what's in the book. Let's see how quick it can retrieve the information in the book. If it can retrieve it, it should have already learned everything in the book by now, judging from how clever it is. It's really studying, huh? Now that's when you can't fake. You either know it or you don't. All right, my friends. So over the past number of minutes, I've been showing you how to build a GPT. Remember that to build, go to explore and begin going through the content. And there you have it. I hope you found value in this, my friends, and build your own GPT. I wish you all the very best. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.